Welcome, everyone. I'd like to call to the stage Class President Virija Mehta to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
If everyone could please stand and remain standing for the singing of the national anthem. Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we'd watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Virija and Giselle. You may take your seat. Welcome, everyone, parents, family, friends, faculty and staff, and of course, members of the class of 2023. Welcome to the graduation ceremony of the Edison Academy Magnet School class of 2023. We're so happy to have you all here with us today. As we begin our ceremony, I'd like to remind you of a couple of things. Number one, please silence your cell phones. And number two, we will need to keep the aisles clear. So at the end of the ceremony, when we call up the graduates to receive their diplomas, at that time, parents can move closer to take a photo if they choose. Thank you. And just information following the ceremony, there will be a reception with light refreshments in the area just outside the room. We will also be playing a slideshow on the screen behind me after the ceremony of some highlights of the last 4 years. So at this time, I'd like to acknowledge our special guests on the stage. Seated rightmost in the front row, Vice President of the Middlesex County Magnet Schools Board of Education, Ms. Laura Zarneski. To her left, our Superintendent, Mr. Jorge Diaz. To his left, County Commissioner Charles Tamaro. In the second row, all the way on the right, Ms. Renee Davis, who is our director or our Supervisor of Special Services. To her left, Ms. Lee Niemand, who is our Director of CTE, Career and Technical Education. And to her left, our keynote speaker for today, Ms. Stephanie Karanowski. And you all know the gentleman to her left, Mr. Rich Fernandez, our school counselor. So at this time, I'd like to invite County Commissioner Charlie Tamaro to say a few words.
Good afternoon, everyone. And thank you for joining us to honor the graduates, whether you're a family, a friend, a member, the faculty of staff. You've done a lot to help inspire these students. I know they're glad to share this day with you. Let's give them a real round of applause. The superintendent told me how many students apply to come to this school. There's 570 apply. You know how many make it? 44. That's one hell of an accomplishment to have these students out here, to be here, to represent your school. And you parents should be very proud. Middlesex County, and particularly Edison Township, has a long history of innovation. And as the Academy of Science, Mathematics, and Engineering Technology, the Edison Academy is an important part of that history and our future. Look back to when Thomas Edison came to Menlo Park. He built the Research and Development Laboratory, the first ever built in the world. Many of his greatest inventions of his life, out of a total of 1,093 patents, 400 of them right here in Edison. These include a more refined version of the light bulb, the electric railroad, the birthplace of recorded sound with the phonograph, and whenever we switch on a light, take a train, or listen to recorded music, we are honoring the legacy of invention. Your time here at the Edison Academy and the work you've done, the projects, the discussions, especially the ideas that you cultivated, have honored and built that legacy of innovation. A great example of this team of Edison Academy students who this past spring were selected as top team for NASA's App Development Challenge. The challenge asks middle and high school students to identify solutions to technical problems facing future space exploration missions. Team at Lumen spent 10 weeks developing an application to visualize the South Pole region of the moon and display essential navigation and communication information for possible use in future mission planning and training activities. As a reward, they were invited to visit NASA, Johnson Space Center in Houston to meet the industry leaders and present their work to scientists. What an accomplishment. Let's hear it for those students. But this is only one example. The hard work of innovation, including remaining actively committed creativity and exploration, happens every day here. Thomas Edison once said that genius is 1% inspiration, 99% perspiration. Based on your hard work and everything you've achieved during your time here at the Edison Academy, you learned this lesson well. If I ask anything of you graduates, is that you continue to innovate and build upon that legacy. Push yourselves to the limit, then push to the boundaries. Be thinkers, learners, and creators, and bring great change to yourself and your communities. I'd like to thank the faculty and staff for making this academy a great place for our students to learn, to grow, and develop their skills needed to do great work following graduation. I've had the privilege to visit Academy many times to see the amazing work you students have been doing in the STEM field. I know that you will go on to do more creative, to have more creative opportunities to invent, learn, and build on those best possible future. Once again, I thank our graduate. You are living proof that innovation starts here in Middlesex County. And now let's hear it for the class of 2023.
Thank you, Commissioner Tamaro. I'd now like to invite Mr. Diaz, Superintendent of the Middlesex County Magnet Schools, to say a few words.
Good afternoon. Well, let's try that again. Good afternoon. All right. First of all, let me thank Mr. Musad for his first graduation here at the helm as the acting principal. Let's give him a nice round of applause. And I'd like to take a moment to thank Commissioner Charlie Tamaro for your unrelenting support. Commissioner Tamaro is a resident here in Edison, has adopted this school as his own, and never misses any event, whether it's the Tech Expo, the Senior Showcase. He's always here to support our students and our school community, so thank you again for your support. Last but not least, let me thank all the teachers and all the parents. This is a wonderful day to be able to share with you. I'm delighted to be able to speak here last year. I did not have an opportunity to go to all the graduations. Generally, they're all on one day, and it's impossible for me to be in 5 places at the same time. Luckily, we were able to move a few of the graduations to tomorrow. Today, this is my second one. Tomorrow, I'll do 2 more. So 4 out of 5 is not bad. Students, the class of 2023, congratulations. Congratulations. 10 months ago, you entered your senior year after 2 years of dealing with the global pandemic. But this did not deter you, and in fact, most of you set out to do something special, something life-changing, to leave a legacy of success. We've watched you experience your last year here, and I'm a firm believer you have embraced the challenges of our time and have left an indelible mark. Your personal and collective accomplishments have made this year a special one for all of us. I hope that we have been able to help each of you achieve your goals, make it through the difficult times that come with growing up, and in some way helped you celebrate and honor your success, lives, and futures. I look forward to a future that is led by all of you. I think the best days are ahead of us because of your generation. Your voices are the ones saying, this is our world now, and we demand some changes. It is you, young ladies, who are demanding a seat at the table. And when one doesn't exist, you will create your own. Because girls with dreams make women with vision. Gentlemen, it is you that's walking beside these ladies. Acknowledging their worth and celebrating their contributions, something that so many have failed to do in the past. My generation liked to talk about racial and gender tolerance, but it's your generation that builds a movement, because you're the generation of the greater good. You're not just the future, you are the present. You understand that a life is not important except in the impact it has on other lives. So continue to empower yourselves and one another to make a difference. Always be true to yourself. You'll always sleep better at night knowing every day you'll have the full measure of your integrity. And finally, thank you. Thank you to all 43 of you. All 43 of you that are here today, because every time one of you walks across this stage, you add another layer of success to our school's legacy. And your success is our sweetest reward. Congratulations.
Thank you, Superintendent Diaz. At this time, I'd like to invite up to the microphone our distinguished counselor, Mr. Richard Fernandez, to help me in reading the awards for this class.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. Let's give out some awards. Our first award is the Academy Education Foundation Scholarship Gold Award to Isha Srivastava. The Academy Education Foundation Scholarship Silver Award goes to Reva Amritkar. Academy Education Foundation Scholarship Bronze Award to Aditya Dutt. All right, so we have 3 here on the next one. The Academy Education Foundation Scholarship Honorable Mention to Julian A. Counterman, Tushar Singh, and Uday M. Vijadran. The AT&T New Jersey Association of Counties Scholarship to Victoria Rose Geiger. Edison Academy Magnet School Caring Award, Aditya Dutt. Frank Pallone Outstanding Senior Award, Arha Gatram. Glenn J. and Karen J. Methner Scholarship, Arush Mishra.
The Greater Middlesex Conference Scholar Award for Rija Mehta and Ishan Parwal. The Greater Middlesex Conference Sportsmanship Award, Julian A. Counterman. the Middlesex County Principals and Supervisors Association Outstanding Graduate Award for Rija Mehta. The Middlesex County Magnet Schools Principals and Supervisors Association Outstanding Graduate Award, Sharafa Muhammad. The Middlesex County Highest Scholastic Average Award, Adrija Kundu. The Middlesex County Association of School Business Officials Wayne Holiday Scholarship for Excellence in Education, Varija Mehta. National Merit Scholarships to Aditya Dutt, Samuel Lin, and Rithvik Matapali.
All right. National Merit Corporation Scholarship, Pfizer Incorporated, Prerna Kulkarni. National Merit University Scholarship, University of Maryland, Bhavni Pandey. NBT India Outstanding Youth Leader Award to Isha Srivastava. New Jersey School Boards Association Unsung Hero Award to Reva Amritkar. New Jersey Technical Athletic Council Ray Sipperly Memorial Scholar Athlete Award to Varija Mehta and Paranjay Patil. NJSIAA Scholar Athlete Award, Julian A. Counterman. Rotary Student of the Year Award to Prerna Kulkarni. And last but certainly not least, United States Presidential Scholar National Semifinalist Award, Ayush Mandel.
Thank you, Mr. Fernandez. At this time, I'd like to call back up to the stage Class President Varija Mehta.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, faculty and staff, distinguished guests, and classmates. Welcome to the graduation ceremony for the Edison Academy Magnet School. My name is Varija, and you all know me. I'm running as Prez for the class of 2023. Those were the exact words I started with in my speech during our class council elections. And now, 4 years later, that day has finally come, the one where we graduate high school. I had this date circled on my calendar months ago, but it was not until we entered this hall and took our seats that everything started becoming real, that this is really it. The class of 2023 is made up of warriors. We were faced with so many challenges: the global pandemic, chemistry tests on Kahoot, parallel parking, not to mention doing all of those assignments with the high-speed internet at our school. But nonetheless, we persevered. And that is why the Academy's class of 2023 is not just the bravest in our school's history, but also the most good-looking. In all seriousness, though, COVID-19 drastically changed the freshman and sophomore years we had in mind. However, we still managed to make the most of the situation and squeeze our high school experiences into these last 2 years. We laughed while playing catchphrase. We cried after getting our first set of ESET quizzes back. We slept in class and then got exposed on Instagram. And we even danced the night away at our semi-formals. As a renowned musician and honorary doctorate, Taylor Swift once said, "Long story short, we survived. And along the way, we made loads of memories that we will cherish forever." Before this speech comes to an end, there are some very important thank yous in order. Thank you so much to our school's administration, Mr. Masad, and our school counselor, Mr. Fernandez, for supporting the grade in all of our endeavors. Thank you to all of our teachers who believed in us and celebrated our successes. Whether it was getting the freshman speech from Mr. Price or getting your name abbreviated by Mr. Smith, whether it was performing Hamlet in Miss Simon's class or talking to Miss Burke about her cats, whether it was being chased by Mrs. De Silva to pay library dues, or analyzing how thick Mr. Massad's green folder is to see if there would be a pop quiz that day. Together, you have all made the academy experience unforgettable. Thank you to the most selfless and dedicated class advisor, Mr. Smith. Let's give him a round of applause, everyone. I have to stop myself from crying, but Mr. Smith has always been there for our grade, even if it occasionally kept him away from his family. He is also a monumental reason why, over the course of the last 4 years, our grade was able to raise more than $10,000, setting a new academy record. So, Mr. Smith, thank you so much for letting me dream big and bring all of my ideas to life. Thank you to my parents and my family members for your unconditional support. Every day and at every event, you were always there cheering for me. I could not have asked for better role models. And to my peers, thank you so much for allowing me to be your class president. It has been an absolute honor. The academy may have been an oyster, but you all are the true pearls. So please remember this. You are all amazing. There is so much that we have already accomplished, and it is only just the beginning. The world is ours to conquer, and we still have loads to achieve. Of course, not everything will be smooth sailing. We will be faced with a new set of challenges, even if those challenges include doing our laundry by ourselves for the first time. But I believe from the bottom of my heart that each and every one of you are destined for success, and that you will accept those challenges and embrace them. In those instances, please remember that while setbacks are a part of life, comebacks are too. Despite the different paths that life may take us on, we will always have one thing in common. We are and always will be the Edison Academy Magnet School, class of 2023. With that, my name is Varisha, and you all know me, signing off as the prez for the class of 2023. Thank you so much, and to infinity and beyond.
Thank you, Varija. At this time, I'd like to invite to the stage our graduation chairperson and school nurse, Ms. Rosemary Simmons, to introduce our keynote speaker.
Welcome, everyone, and congratulations. Welcome, everyone, and congratulations to the class of 2023. First of all, I would like to acknowledge our first principal of the Academy when the name was Middlesex County Academy for Math, Science, and Engineering Technologies. He was principal from the year 2000 to 2010, where he went on to become the assistant superintendent for 3 years and then retired. And he has come to every graduation, and he actually gives a scholarship to one of the students every year. Please stand, Mr. Glenn Methner. Secondly, I would like to introduce an alumni of our school. She graduated in 2013. She was president of our Interact Club. She was Student of the Year in 2013. The Edison Rotary Club, we have 3 members here. They remember her very well. Ms. Stephanie Karanowski, Esquire.
Dear teachers, staff, guests, and class of 2023, welcome to the light at the end of the tunnel. you've officially made it. You weathered the storm, one that nobody could have foreseen, one full of countless hours of studying, projects, and extracurriculars, one full of applications, periods of waiting and anxiety, heart-wrenching rejections, celebrations, and uplifting success. One that included a global pandemic, but putting that minute detail aside, you nonetheless made it. It's humbling to stand here before you because exactly 10 years ago, I was in your shoes, beaming with excitement and nerves for the next adventures before me. And while I sadly don't remember what message my graduation speaker had to impart, I'd like to share with you 3 tips that I hope you'll carry along into the future, whether it be to college, your careers, or beyond. The first thing I'd like you to remember is to always be kind. No matter who you're interacting with, no matter the terms and conditions, no matter the unexpected surprises you couldn't have imagined. Kindness and a positive demeanor will get you far in life. You may not always be the brightest bulb or sharpest tool in the shed, take my word for it, but people will remember your goodwill many, many moons later. And trust me, kindness always comes back to you. Always. The second thing I hope you cherish after graduation is curiosity. Stay inquisitive and keep an open mind. We all come from different backgrounds and have unconscious biases. We've also all been programmed to think a certain way. I encourage you to try new things, preferably outside of your comfort zone, to befriend people from many different walks of life, and to relentlessly question what is around you. I once read somewhere that stagnancy is death to the soul, and the only way to avoid being stagnant is to continue to learn, inquire, and experience novelties. What you know and is comfortable may be great, but what you haven't had a chance to experience yet could be truly phenomenal. The last tip I have for you in my Mary Poppins bag today is to stay dedicated. University and work life will undoubtedly have its fair share of frustration and difficulty. I've been there. But I urge you to stay committed. Even when you find yourself at your breaking point, do not break. Take a break. Call your mom, call your brother, call your best friend, grab a coffee. If you're of age, grab a beer, then get back to it. Consistency breeds growth. And when you make it to the other side, like you have today, you'll thank yourself and look back and say thanks for persevering. I'm sure you'll learn so many more life lessons along the way, but if you keep these 3 things in your mind and heart, you will go very far. I have no doubt. And with that, I give you and your loved ones my sincerest congratulations. Cheers to the class of 2023.
Thank you, Stephanie. At this time, I'd like to invite up to the stage class Salutatorian Sharafa Muhammad.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, faculty members, parents, and my fellow graduates. Today, as we stand on the threshold of a new chapter in our lives, I'm honored to address you as a salutatorian of this exceptional graduating class. We have worked tirelessly to achieve this milestone. A number of late nights, homeroom study sessions, and lunches singing happy birthday have brought me here today. Somewhere in between waiting to get back our first test from Mr. Price and figuring out where we're going to college, 4 years passed. And along the way, we have certainly learned to be patient. Patience has allowed us to appreciate our journey and has given us the strength to overcome setbacks. I think it's safe to say, on behalf of everyone, that our senior projects were quite the challenge. Still, we were able to close out the year on a high note. Patience reminds us that life's most valuable lessons are often learned in the face of adversity. For us, adversity has often been procrastination and the inevitable senioritis. Cramming for APs has shown us that we work great under pressure, but it has also hinted that we should be slightly more proactive. Now, instead of waiting until the last minute to submit an assignment due at midnight, we start working at 11 p.m. Baby steps. Life has taught me that things rarely go as planned. As Mr. Paterno says, anything that can go wrong will go wrong. In times like these, success seems out of reach. Patience, however, teaches us that success is not an event. It is a way of life. In a world that values instant gratification, patience reminds us to slow down, to savor each moment, and to embrace the journey of self-discovery. It teaches us the importance of staying true to our values and not succumbing to the allure of hollow victories. True success lies not in the accumulation of accolades or material possessions, but in the alignment of our actions with our deepest beliefs and principles. Success is treating others with kindness and empathy, even when it's easier to do otherwise. It is pursuing your passions with dedication, even in the face of skepticism and doubt. It is standing up for justice, even when it feels like an uphill battle. It is embracing the power of community and understanding in a world that often feels divided. Be the person the world needs you to be. Success is not a finish line to be crossed, but a lifelong pursuit. We are remembered by the impact we have on the world around us, as well as the people. As we leave the comfort of these last 4 years and step into the great unknown, let us face the future with an open mind, a lens of compassion, and unwavering patience. I'd like to think that we're the most memorable class because of our unique learning experiences during online school, and who will ever forget our senior prank, which we may have also procrastinated on, but executed flawlessly in a few hours' time. Others can only dream. To my peers, I thank you for your genuine advice, consistent support, and most importantly, your comic relief. To all the parents and friends here today, I thank you for listening to our rants, being a voice of reason, and always celebrating our victories. Now, before I leave the stage, one for the memories. Congratulations, class of 2023. As we go our separate ways, may patience guide your steps and bring you the extraordinary success that I know is within each and every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharafa. At this time, I'd like to call to the stage class valedictorian Adrija Kundu.
So first things first, as some of you may know, I recently doubled up from an iPhone 7 to an iPhone 14, and now that I can take 0.5s, that's the first thing I'm going to do. So parents, faculty, esteemed guests, and the brilliant, accomplished, extraordinary class of 2023, it's an honor to be speaking to you all today as valedictorian. We started out as freshmen at the Middlesex County Academy for Science, Mathematics, and Engineering Technologies, and a fair share of glow-ups and revelations later, here we are near the end of our Edison Academy Magnet School graduation. Before I take you down memory lane just one last time for today, I want to take the time to say some thank yous. First off, thank you to my mama and my papa for being my #1 supporters and my best friends. And thank you to all the other parents out there, as well as extended family and faculty, for setting the bar high and helping us become the resilient and mostly mature students we are today. Let's give them a hand. So there's always this anticipation and appeal for leveling up. Well, obviously, and rightfully so. Like when we fully registered Mr. Price's freshman speech, we couldn't wait to become sophomores and finally earn that validation of having a tangible impact on MCA. And as we crammed for our AP exams as juniors, we secretly began counting down the days till we could display fully symptomatic senioritis. And now, as we transition from this tight-knit school community to colleges with graduating classes 40 times the size, there will be so many more things to look forward to, like having your first class of the day start at noon. And while we don't know exactly how our college experiences will define us, just that they will, some things are for sure. We'll have to make more decisions for ourselves and by ourselves. On a less intimidating note, those internships that we discovered online over the past few years, only to find out that they were meant for undergrads, will finally be ours. So it's up to us to make it count. So if there's anything when you get to college that has you even a little interested, like a research position, a student organization, a soccer tournament, just give it a go. Of course, weigh the consequences before you say yes, but don't let uncertainty hold you down. Embrace the unfamiliarity and rise to the challenge. Because one, we're paying thousands in tuition, and we have to make that count. And two, more importantly, hindsight is 20/20. We'll never know which moments were the highlights, which days were the good old days, until we navigate a variety of experiences and then look back. But even then, things could get better or worse. Like when we started as freshmen, things seemed pretty normal, aside from the fact that we had 3 English teachers in the first 4 months of school. We joined a handful of clubs, not knowing that a few of them would go on to become a part of our personality, and the others we'd never do again. We also took some of our first photos that went on to become WhatsApp group icons, set a precedent for the Winter Fair fashion show, and survived Exploratory. And after all of that normal stuff came that one week in Mr. Paterno's class when we were trying to convince him to delay a C++ exam. Come Thursday, we didn't need to bother because a whole pandemic hit. But as much as we laugh about those times and think about how we spent virtual school waking up right before class or FaceTiming the same people every day, the pandemic was a difficult time for some more than others. But just as we were thrown into that pandemic, we were thrown right out into the transition phase, and we needed to adapt as the situation evolved. So when we came back, we branched out of those FaceTime friend groups and managed to make some of our closest friends. We landed impressive internships, won conferences, and overall always strived to be the best version of ourselves. And might I add, thanks to our amazing class president, we hosted the school's best parties right here in West Hall. So class of 2023, we already know a thing or two about taking that leap of faith into the unknown and finding our way through uncharted waters. Each of us has carved our own path and left a piece of ourselves with each other. Whether it be understanding what it means to be a good friend or simply figuring out how to not burn an Arduino, we've learned something from each other. And that is the biggest asset that we'll carry forward. We've all left our mark on our tiny little academy community, but this is just the beginning. We have so many more lives to impact and so many problems to solve. The world does need a lot of fixing, but looking at you, class of 2023, the lessons you've learned and the tenacity you've built, I'm not worried at all. The future is in good hands. Thank you so much for your time. Now, let's graduate.
Thank you, Adrija. Good afternoon, graduates, family, and friends. It is an honor to to preside over the graduation ceremony of this very special class of 2023. This is a remarkably talented class, perhaps the most outstanding group of female students we've ever had, as you can see from the young women of this class who spoke today. The guys are not too shabby either. I still remember interviews with many of the members of this class like it was yesterday. Though they were only 8th graders, their qualities shone through. There were at least a couple of students who competed in our first school-hosted math competition, MCA-MC, as 8th graders. Earlier this month at Penn State, Rithvik and Sia were 2 of those students who were part of our regional math team at Armel representing Central Jersey. There was a boy who talked about injection molding in his interview and is still geeking out today, Sam. There were a couple of girls who exuded curiosity and enthusiasm and had the makings of future CEOs, Reva and Varija. There was a student who was a little bit different from the others and had an interesting and quirky sense of humor, and still does, Tushar. And there was a girl who played ice hockey. Who could that be? Victoria. So though it may have felt like yesterday, it was actually over 1,500 days ago when we first met. That's a lot of days. So in that time, we hope that we as a faculty have taught you some skills that will contribute towards your future success. We know that you're all ready to succeed in college. In fact, we have 2 students who will begin college with associate's degrees in hand. Bhargav and Sia, please stand. So I commend these students who did this almost entirely on their own with little guidance or push from us. 2 years ago, we established a partnership with Middlesex College and a pathway for our students to earn an associate's degree in mathematics during high school. So I'd like to acknowledge Dean Donna Howell, if she's here. Dean Howell in the back. Representing Middlesex College, on whose campus we reside. While we're at it, a big shout out to Kevin Delina, the Director of Facilities here, who has facilitated so many important moments that happened here in this hall, including talent shows, dances, AP exams, a hackathon, and now this, the final event as high school students. So yes, we hope and expect that we have helped prepare you to succeed in college. But just as importantly, we hope that we have helped you succeed or equipped you for life beyond college, for careers and for life itself. We as educators try to keep in mind what are called the 4 C's, what are commonly referred to as 21st century skills or soft skills. The first one is critical thinking. Whether it was a tough quiz in Mr. Paterno's class or preparing for a debate in Mr. Price's class, we know that we've made you think. The next one is creativity. While extremely hard to teach, I know that your creativity has been brought out through interesting and unusual assignments like those given by Miss Simon and Mrs. Oakley. One indispensable skill in every class and every activity has been collaboration. You've worked in teams on engineering projects, in clubs like TSA and Science Olympiad, and on the soccer field. One of my favorite quotes is the African proverb, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And the last C is communication. And I cannot imagine that there is any class you've taken in high school where you have not had to present your ideas to an audience. You may have come in as a shy freshman, but you all leave as confident, well-spoken young adults. So before I conclude and we hand out the diplomas, I have one piece of advice to the graduates. It is this: remember where you came from. Newton said, "If I have seen farther than others, it is because I have stood on the shoulders of giants. All of you are here in this position today because you have been blessed with incredibly supportive families who sacrificed for you to attend this school. Let us give all the parents and grandparents in the audience a big round of applause. So graduates, even if you will be in another state next year, stay close to your family. Call home and make sure that they know that you are thinking of them. To the parents, I have one piece of advice. Let them begin to lead their lives. You have prepared them for this moment. So even though they may not yet drive or know how to run a load of laundry, you need to give them the space to learn through experience. Sometimes they will fall, and they will know that you are never so far that you cannot help them get back up. So now, graduates, it is time to leave the eagle's nest. Fly, eagles, fly. Congratulations to the class of 2023. Graduates, please stand. Superintendent Diaz and members of the Board of Education, I duly certify to you that this class of 2023 has completed all the local and state requirements to receive the distinction of being graduates of Edison Academy Magnet School.
I hereby accept your certification, and I ask you to confer the diplomas.
Thank you, Superintendent Diaz. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Edison Academy Magnet School class of 2023.
So let's give us more. Yeah.
Ready? All right, the moment you all been waiting for. Let's give out some diplomas. Ready? Arav Agarwal. Reva Amritkar. Sanjana Bandi. Sia Balani. Timothy Bess. Arush Chibber. Julian A. Counterman. Giselle H. D'Souza. Aditya Daga. Kaya Desai. Aditya Dutt. Arha Gotram. Victoria Rose Geiger. Shreya H. Jangada. Ashritha Kandagatla. Shagun Karay. Prerna Kulkarni. Sanjana V. Kulkarni. Adrija Kundu. Samuel Lin. Jason Liu. Ayush Mundal. Rithvik Madapali. Bhargav Maturi.
Varija Mehta. Arush Mishra. Sharafa Mohammed. Harini Nepani. Michelle J. Ordonez Campos. Bhavni Pandey. Paranjay Patel. Rati Shweta Pillai. Katharina Pinto. Ishan Porwal. Shriram Ravi. Isha Srivastava. Rudra Pratap Singh. Tushar Singh. Navya Sinha. Isha Serjuse. Carson R. Tremonton. Isha Venkata Narayan. And Uday M. Vidyadharan.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Edison Academy class of 2023. This time I will ask Class President Varija Mehta to lead the class in the turning of the tassel.
Before we do, since everyone else took a picture, I decided I would take Instead of 0.5 as well, because why not? Okay, if everyone may stand. On the count of 3, we will all turn our tassels from right to left, and then we will throw our caps. 1, 2, 3.
Let's hear it for our student musicians. Okay, please stay. Reception will follow.